Right everyone, I'm back now. Please just bear with me in regards to the videos. I've bought the program, the new one, loaded it on the computer, and I'm still figuring out how to do things. So at the moment you might have to have quite a bit that's with no sound, because when you cut and paste your sections, you know, that you take all the rubbish out that you don't want to make your video smaller. When you want to speed up, you take the sound out and you speed up. Well, as soon as I've done that with the first section, it cuts everything else out. So I've got to work out how to do it, but I will practice and practice and practice. I'm going to make myself a little short video later tonight and then put it on, load it up onto the program and play with it so I can get it right. Because no matter how many times I put the speed up on one section, or you know, 2 or 3 different sections, it did it with all of it. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I need to, yeah, probably better to read the manual. Right, what I've got here, this has arrived. I mentioned this the other day. It's a scenic rust, which I bought the kit because I thought, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to do it right. So I've got that. I've cut these, which were, you know what you put under your plate, your mats. So I'm hoping I can get them to stay on. They're going to be steps. So that's those done. I've finished this. I'm going to use this sink unit. I'm not using it. It's too big. To scale everything down, I've done this one. So now all I need to do, hopefully, is to cut this. Right, hopefully. Just going to cut that off. And what I've done is I've taken the taps off the other sink. I've glued these 2 doors together because I'm going to have that there, and I'm going to glue a little section in there so that doesn't, well no, we can leave it open, but I'm going to put some cans and that in there. I've discoloured it, and I'm going to put some bits and pieces on the sink. I've used the taps. That one's not quite straight, not bothered. And then, like you say, I've just got this done, and I've put it onto a bit of straw there, so that'll all get coloured. Yeah, and that's the tap. That sharp, that's it. Just wanted it out a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm quite thrilled with it so far. But most of the, you know, it's going to have some more darker colouring on it and whatnot. And I'm going to put a drawer handle on this one. Now I'll put them on both. It looks like they're both drawers, but obviously we know one's got a sink in. I'm doing the fire extinguisher. So again, all I've done is I've used the pipette. Now I'm going to show you in this, because this has a smaller pipette in here, just so people can see what I mean. That's your pipette, right? So I chopped it off there and I've cut the bottom off. I've added the glue to the deck on the non-stick mat, popped that in, made it nice and solid. It does need to be painted again, and I'm going to have fire extinguisher written across there. And then I've painted the neck bit black, as you can see, but put on one of the spacers. I've added string, which was just normal string, thin string, as a pipe and an extinguisher, and then the nozzle is the back of an earring. And then that's going to be pinned to there. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to do it like, yeah, I might do it something like that. See, and then pin it to the edge. Yeah, we'll see. So I've just got to finish painting this up, and then I'll get a label and put that on. That's now finished. I've made this as well, which is it's going to hang on the wall, which is the tissue, you know, what they grab when they're cleaning their hands or whatever they want it for. Just going to leave it out like that. I have done this because I'm out in the garden, in the yard section. I was going to do it as an abandoned garage, but do you know what I think I'm going to do? Is make it so it's like a couple of lads have took over it and they're going to rebuild the garage and resort it. So I did put my little plate, can of Coke, which I had to cover a little can, a bottle and a pork pie. So one of them we're having lunch outside. And I took the Coke thing from that one, but that we'll use as a petrol can now. Got the table. I'm going to use that like in the office. I've done this, but I now need to do the labels on here for these. That's going to be oil, I don't know, whatever, some substance. And then, like I say, I took the head off the other body and put it on this one, and it looks okay. Glued the hammer and the wrench in there, dirtied the clothes and the shoes, and he's going to be in the, I don't know, probably out in the yard somewhere, while the other one's going to be, well, he's no body, the other one. I took the legs off. Well, fun doing that, I know. So, like I say, just bear with me, because I need to get this sound and everything right on this one, on this new program. That will do that. I'll just let that dry now, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm just going to finish off this, do a little bit more to this unit. Now, somewhere I have a rubber, but I don't know what I've done with it. You know what? We can just use a little bit of clay. And actually, we can use this. It's nothing. It's just to make a bar of soap. So what I'm going to do is to cut one of these. Oops, a daisy. I'm just going to glue the two pieces together. Like that. Just like that. You just have to do that. And then I'm going to use a little bit of sandpaper just to sand the edges down, the corners. Now that's way too big for what I want, so we're just going to cut that down a little bit more. Like that. And just cut it down. So that's my little bar of soap. Just to round the edges off, the corners. Like that. Sand the sides down. Let's do it that way, it might be easier. Yeah, like that. That's going to be fine. Little bar of soap, and we can discolour it and everything later. So what I'm going to do is just pop it on here. Now I'm using glossy accents because it's just easier and it works. So I'm just going to pop that there. So that's the soap. Oh, I wish I could see. I don't know why I do miniatures, I can't see a bloody thing. Yeah, so that'll do that anyway. Now, we want a rag. So, I'm not going to use a rag as such. I'm going to use a bit of tissue. The only thing with having tissue is it's soft and it can, you know, but you can make it look like a rag. And really, to stiffen it, I'm going to use a little bit of watered down glue. In fact, it's an oily rag. So I'm going to use my colour wash. And then when it dries, it'll dry a little bit stiffer. And I can always add, see, a touch of this glue. A bit of water and a bit of glue. And then when it dries, so I'm just going to put a splash of colour wash on it. Like that. So it's a bit of an oily rag. And then we pick it up and we're going to lay that on the sink. Like that. So that looks like a little rag. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, and then I need to get a little bit more of the black paint and just do this piping on the sink. I'm going to do that as well. May need a couple of coats, not fussed about that whatsoever. Yeah, that'll do, that's fine. And then I think I'm just going to blob a bit of paint on that. And touch of water. It's just flopping there. And like I say, with the glue, it will dry and stiffen at the same time. I think we can just pop it there in the sink, like it's just sat there. And I'm just going to dally a bit more of this up. And we just do that, that's all you do. You want a bit more colour with the glue. A really dirty sink because they're, you know, working people. I'm going to lift that up a little bit and have it over the edge like that. That's it, that's where I want it. Dirty rag. I'll have a little bit of muck coming over here. And then I'm going to paint just a circle there, like it's the sinkhole. And then I'll put a bit of silver on that and that'll be fine. Wash that off, get the glue off it and everything. And then what I'm going to do is, I did have the handles, didn't I? Said I had some handles for it. Yeah. These were already made. There may not be anything in here that'll help. But we're going to have a go and have a look, see what we've got. I'll use the glossy accents for this, I think. And then I'm just going to fit this handle, hopefully, in them holes. Like that. that'll do. That will definitely do. And there we go, that's gone in there. I'm happy with that. We'll leave it flat for it to dry. So like I say, I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to have. I'll put these bits away back in here, we don't need those. Oh, the one thing I did want to do is for the outside is to do, you know, like a, I'm not sure, like a little fire pit or something. And some broken, no, a pile. I want you to do a pile of bricks. Don't ask me why, I just needed to do a pile of bricks. So what I'm going to do for that, to start with, is I'm going to just put a little bit of glue there. I'm going to put a bit of glue on there. I'm going to do one there, stick that underneath, like that. Do one coming out here, like that. It's going to grassy bits around it as well. I just wanted a couple of bricks laying around. Yeah. We'll do one from there to there, I think. And one across there. And then we'll just put a few loose ones around. So I'm just going to leave that, that's fine. Pile of bricks in the yard somewhere. I might half do the pathway from these so it looks like they're being used, because the lads are redecorating and they bought a rundown garage. You're going to make it a working garage. So yeah, we'll see. And we'll need plants and that growing in and out of that. So what I do have, these bits, so I can make some plants growing in and out of them. And all you have to do for that is to cut off these tiny wee little snippets of grasses. And just take a branch and then we'll just cut them off, just to make it look realish, you know. Like that. You just want them growing in and out of the bricks. So let's see if we can get that to look anything like what I want. And you just poke them in here, there and everywhere. Like that. I may need to use a different glue, but hey ho. We'll just try this for now and see how we get on. I'm just going to take that off, spin it around, add some more grasses here, there and everywhere. See, it costs a fortune for you to buy this sort of stuff, you know, and you can make your own. I'm all for making my own. Definitely. Just turn that around. Now, like I said, there'll be more grasses than that I do, but I just want to make sure that, see, it looks more realistic, doesn't it? Like that. I don't think we need to do any more. I'm quite happy with that. We don't need to do any more. That on the grass somewhere is going to be fine. So I'm happy with that. Might do a couple of those, not sure yet. Okay, right. So I will be back tomorrow with some more bits and pieces. Actually, I've just found this one. So we can actually put a couple of different cuttings in it. So they're like plants growing, just about to shoot out. Right, let's just have a look at this. Yeah, just have that growing off there. Like that. Yeah, that's it. And I think that looks fab. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in part 9. Bye bye for now.